Welcome to this video on equation of a circle, and I want to educate you more about how we go when we are dealing with the equation of a circle. And just like any other circle, I have drawn this circle on a Cartesian plane, and I'll locate this one as my center of the circle, and then I call it HK, give that coordinate, and then I will have my triangle here, and this point I'll call it X, Y, right? So this point here is HK, and this point, it corresponds to X because it is on the X axis, and this point here on the Y axis corresponds to Y. So we have the Y axis and the X axis. So if this is my center of this circle, this will be the radius of that circle. Okay, so what happens is that we have a right angled triangle here, which we can always express in terms of these known coordinates here. So the distance from, I'll call this point P, so this is point O, or let me just use a notation C for the center, right? So I'll call center HK, and we have a point here XY, right? So it happens that when you want to determine this radius here, you have to use Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, so the distance from here to here is going to be equal to X minus the H value, so change in X coordinate, which is X minus H, called square because we want to use the Pythagoras Theorem, which says that b squared plus a squared must be our c squared, right? That's what Pythagoras Theorem says. So maybe that is the background knowledge we need to have in this. So the distance from here to here is X value minus the C value. Then the distance from here to here, it's Y value here minus this Y value on the X, which we are calling it K, right? Then we square that, and that is equals to radius squared. So this is what we call the equation, standard equation of a circle. Okay, that is the standard equation of a circle. So any circle will have an equation with this form, where H and K are the coordinates of the center and R is the radius of that circle. So what happens if the circle is at the origin, situated at the origin, so that the center is at the origin? It reduces into X squared plus Y squared is to R squared, because both X and Y values are zeros. So this is when it passes through the origin. But if you pick any other center, say HK, then the equation of a circle will have that shape. So let us solve one problem here. Maybe we call it problem number 1. And we solve that. So the question reads, find the center and the radius of a circle whose equation is, find the center and the radius of a circle whose equation is this, right? So we have x squared minus 6x plus y squared minus 10y plus 30 is equal to 0. So the first thing here is we are going to use the concept of completing square. So we are going to complete square, and first of all we are going to take 30 to the other side. So we have x squared minus 6x plus y squared minus 10y is equals to minus 30. Okay, so we are going to have our x squared, then we divide this one by 2, which is now what we are going to write here. So we have plus 3 squared, that is what we do when we are completing the square, we divide b by 2, then minus 10y, our b is negative 10, then we divide by 2, we get negative 5, we square, and we do the same thing on the right hand side. We are going to add those squares. So we have minus 3 square and minus 5 square. Okay, so when we are condensing this in terms of x, we are going to have x minus 3. In fact, this sign is dependent on the sign here. If it's negative here, we shall have a negative. So plus y into minus 5 square is equals to, on the right hand side we have minus 30 plus 9 plus 25. Okay, so we have x minus 3 is equals to we have minus 30 plus 9 plus 25, we have a 4. So, and this one we can now compare with the standard equation of a circle which has got this shape here. And when you compare, you'll notice that h is equals to 3 from here, and k is equals to 5 from here, and now we have radius squared is a 4, so r is plus or minus 2, but radius can't be negative, so r is 2. So the question was asking find the center. So center is in the form of hk, which is 3,5, and the radius of that circle is 2 units. So that's how it is done. Okay, so the most important thing to note here is the standard equation of a circle, how it is written, and then from there you also complete the square. So the concept of completing square method in solving a quadratic equation comes in handy here to help you on solving this problem. And once you arrive at this point, then you match the corresponding standard equation of a circle with what you have simplified here, and then you solve for h and k, which is now the center, and you also get the radius. So these are the required answers for the center and radius respectively. Thank you.